Hi, my name is Bill Wiese. I'm the author of the book 23 Minutes in Hell, and thank you for watching. I want to talk to you today about the fires of hell. Now, some claim there is no fire in hell. Yet Jesus told us about the rich man in the current hell in Luke 16:23. It says, "And being in torments in Hades, he lifted up his eyes and saw Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom. Then he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame." Now, Jesus told us he was tormented in the flame, and he wanted one drop of water. Now, if it were not literal fire, then why would water suffice? Jesus also used these words about the fires of hell. He said, everlasting fire, eternal fire, fire that never shall be quenched, where the fire is not quenched, unquenchable fire, tormented in the flame, and cast them into the fire and they are burned. The Bible also states devouring fire, everlasting burnings, fire that consumes, fire as an oven, furnace of fire, burn like the chaff, fiery indignation, lake of fire, fire burning with brimstone, raining fire and brimstone, coals of fire, burning coals of fire, and fire burning to the lowest hell. Now, can it be said any clearer or any more ways so we can see it's literal fire? Could he say it any more? You know, Revelation 9:2 says, "And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit." Now, the Believer's Bible Commentary, page 2366, says, "The bottomless pit, when he opened the entrance to the abyss, billows of smoke poured forth as it was from a huge furnace, veiling the landscape in darkness." Matthew Henry's commentary on the whole Bible, page 2475, says, "Upon the opening of the bottomless pit, there arose a great smoke, which darkened the sun and the air." Now, it had to be literal fire coming up out of hell, since metaphorical smoke could not darken our sky. Holman's Bible Dictionary, page 745 and 6, says, "Now the parable of the tares in Matthew 13, which mentions eternal judgment, says, the Son of Man, the world, the children of the kingdom, the children of the wicked one, the devil, the end of the world, the angels, the gathering, all are literal figures in the parable. It is then natural to conclude that the burning of the tares should also be taken literally." Now, I want to read you some verses also about the fires of hell. You know, because some say that it's just burning thoughts. It's not really burning fire. Well, listen to these. Revelation 19:20 says, "These two, the beast and the false prophet, were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone." So it's not metaphorical thoughts. They're cast into a lake that's burning with fire and brimstone. The lake is what's burning. Revelation 21:8, "The lake which burns with fire and brimstone." Revelation 14:10, "And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone." Revelation 20:10, "The devil was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone." Revelation 20:14, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire." So how could death and hell be cast into metaphorical thoughts? No, it's cast into an actual lake that's burning with fire. And then Revelation 20:15 says, "And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire." Matthew 13:40 through 42, "As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be at the end of this world." Deuteronomy 32:22, "For a fire is kindled in my anger and shall burn unto the lowest hell." The fire is what's burning. Psalms 11:6, "Upon the wicked he shall rain snares of fire and brimstone and a horrible tempest," or a horrible storm. Psalms 21:9, "You shall make them as a fiery oven in the time of your anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them." Psalms 140 verse 10, "Let burning coals fall upon them. Let them be cast into the fire, into deep pits, that they rise not up again." Isaiah 33:12-14. The people shall be as the burnings of lime, as thorns cut up shall they be burned in the fire. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. Matthew 3:12. He will burn up the chaff with unquenchable fire. John 15:6. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. Again, they're cast into the fire and they're burned. Hebrews 6:8 says, whose end is to be burned. Jude 7, they are suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. And then Revelation 14:10-11 says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, and the smoke of their torment ascends up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night. Revelation 20:10 says, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. And then one more verse, Revelation 21:8, the unbelieving and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone. I think that's really clear. I just want to read a couple comments, one from Charles Spurgeon in the book Hell Under Fire, page 28. He said, there is a real fire in hell as truly as you now have a real body, a fire exactly like that which we have on the earth. And then John Wesley, he said in the Essential Works of John Wesley, page 761, he said, indeed, if there is any fire at all, it is unquestionably material, for what is immaterial fire? And one more quote from A.W. Pink. He said, personally, we believe that when God says fire, he means fire. We refuse to blunt the sharp edge of his word. I like that. You know, the Bible uses 21 different phrases to describe the fires of hell. It couldn't be stated any more clearly. So we either believe God's word, the Bible, or we don't.